Vardari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yashoda Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai Govinda Jai Jai Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Nitai Gauranga bolo, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Gaura Hari. Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari, Jaya Sachinandana, Gaura Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo, Haribo. Jai Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivajagacharya Stottra Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Prabhupada Anuga ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nittai Gaura Premanande. All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Daivim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 8, Text 40, 1-4. And why the book is in the wrong place? Narada Vacha Jananya Dihitaha Pantaha Savai Nihashreyasya Yatte Bhagavan Vasudevastam Bhajatam Pravanatmana. Narada Vacha Jananya Bihitaha Pantaha Savai Nihashreyasasya Te Savai Nihashreyasasya Te Bhagavan Vasudevastam Bhajatam Pravanatmana. Narada Vacha Jananya Bihitaha Pantaha Savai Nihashreyasasya Te Bhagavan Vasudevastam Bhajatam Pravanatmana. Mataji's. Narada Vacha. The great sage Narada said, Jananya, by your mother, Abhihitaha, stated, Pantaha, the path, Saha, that, Vai, certainly, Nihashe Yasasya, the ultimate goal of life, Te, for you, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudevaha, Krishna, Tam, unto him, Bhaja, render your service, Tam, by him, Pravana Atmana, fully absorbing your mind. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. The great sage Narada told Dhruva Maharaja, the instruction given by your mother Suniti to follow the path of devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is just suitable for you. You should therefore completely absorb yourself in the devotional service of the Lord. Dhruva Maharaja's demand was to achieve an abode even greater than Lord Brahma's. Within this universe, Lord Brahma is supposed to be in the most exalted position, for he is the chief of all demigods. But Dhruva Maharaja wanted a realm beyond his. Therefore, his desire was not to be fulfilled by worshipping any demigod. As described in Bhagavad Gita, the benedictions offered by the demigods are all temporary. Therefore, Narada Muni asked Dhruva Maharaj to follow the path recommended by his mother to worship Krishna, Vasudeva. When Krishna offers anything, it is beyond the expectation of the devotee. Both Suniti and Narada Muni knew that the demand of Dhruva Maharaja was impossible for any demigod to fulfill, and therefore both of them recommended following the process of devotional service to Lord Krishna. Narada Muni is referred to here as Bhagavan because he can bless any person just as the Supreme Personality of Godhead can. He was very pleased with Dhruva Maharaja and he could have at once personally given whatever he wanted. But that is not the duty of the spiritual master. His duty is to engage the disciple in proper devotional service as prescribed in the Shastras. Krishna was similarly present before Arjuna, and even though he could have given him all facilities for victory over the opposing party without a fight, he did not do so. Instead, he asked Arjuna to fight. In the same way, Narada Muni asked Dhruva Maharaja to undergo devotional discipline in order to achieve the desired result. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Ram Hare Hare. So I think this is in continuation of what we did last week, wherein Dhruva Maharaj is saying, I cannot follow you because I am from a Kshatriya clan and I have a purpose. I want to rule more bigger post, higher post than Brahma. What has been refused to me is my father's seat. Let him keep that. I want to go above him. He will be under me. That's the type of ambition I have. And it looks like you are not going to give me advice in that direction. So excuse me, I cannot listen to you. He told this to Narada Muni. Because I am born of a Kshatriya spirit and I must achieve what I want to achieve. It's a very powerful dialogue going on between a young boy 5 years old and Narada Muni. So, seeing the powerful Kshatriya spirit and the desire to avenge in that Kshatriya boy, Narada Muni tried to use that momentum to give him Krishna consciousness. This is what we must understand. You cannot think anything else. He is such expertly preaching to Dhruva Maharaj that Dhruva Maharaj is refusing to follow him. So I cannot follow you. You know, he told me go back home and you be with your others. It's all small things, don't worry about this. No, I don't think it is a small thing for me. And I think I have come out into the forest to achieve this. You don't ask me to go back. I am already on my way. If you can do something for me, do. Otherwise leave me alone. This is exactly what he said. You are a great saint moving around the world, all over the universe. If you can do something, put me on the right path for achieving this purpose of my life is this. Then tell me what I should do. So he quickly changed. You can see Narada Muni had changed tracks completely. He quickly told, in that case what your mother told you to do, that's the best thing to do. Now his plan B he is giving. What does your mother tell you? Narayana is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If anybody can do it to you and help you, it's only Narayana. So he is traveling on top of what your mother said, because mother is very dear to you. You have come all the way to the forest because she told you. So let me travel on the same vehicle as your mother and push you further, because she has said correct. It's correct what your mother has told you. You follow that only. And I'll give you instructions for that. To achieve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And if he so desires, you will get whatever you want. Right? This is the real reason, as mentioned in the purport. This is the real reason. And Narada Muni is switching immediately, but not leaving, not compromising. I asked you to go home, let us see if he'll go home. If he is only that much determined, he can go home. He is not. So then it's okay, you're very determined, then you need to do what I tell you to do. I'll give you
something to do that will get you the topmost purpose of life. For you, your purpose of life is to achieve the throne and then get something greater than my father and Brahma. I'll give you something even more than that. And Prabhupada is making a very good statement here, see. When Krishna offers anything, it is beyond the expectation of the devotee. You must note this. You are having expectations. All of us have expectations. But we also have needs. I was just discussing this in our online Bhaktivedanta sessions. We also have needs. I need. What I need, I don't know. Nate vidu swartha gatim hi vishnum durashaya ye bahirtamanina. Durasha. This is what we are expecting and we think we want. Our want, our expectations is different from what we really need. Our want and expectations is based on our false understanding of our identity and the false illusion of this material world. It's based on that. But what you really need is suffering in this world as a spirit, soul, part and parcel of Krishna. That Prahlad Maharaj is talking about. Nate vidhu swartha gatim hi vishnum. Swartha, what is good for me? What I really need that nobody knows. Nate vidhu, they don't know. So many times we go in front of the Lord and pray for our wants and expectations. But Krishna wants to give you what you need. So he uses your wants and expectations and lands up giving you what you need. That is why it is beyond your expectation. Why is it beyond your expectation? Because all these wants and expectation is coming because your need is not satisfied. If I satisfy your need, you will get more than your expectation. You will get me. You will get your real identity. You will go back to Godhead. That is the interest of Krishna. So Prabhupada is saying, Krishna can give you something more than what you are asking him. That is also the realization of Dhruva Maharaj. When he gets the darshan of the Supreme Lord, he says, Swamin kritarto asmin varam nayache. He tells him, I don't want anything. No, I don't want anything. I don't want kingdom, I don't want Brahmas, nothing I want. Why? I have seen you. Varam nayache. I don't want any boon. Thank you. Because why? You have given me something far, far exceeding my expectation. You have given me yourself. Absolute truth. So, he is telling, Prabhupada explains that I asked you for broken glass, you have given me diamond. I asked you for broken glass, you gave me diamond. So what can I tell you? So Krishna, you must have full faith that Krishna knows what you want. Krishna knows what you need. And if we simply carry out our devotional service as instructed by Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, you will always get something more than what you deserve. This is the program. That's why economy will be very good in the Krishna consciousness movement. Why? Everybody is getting more than what they ask for. Economy is based on bhakti and devotional service. It's not based on cheap paper money. It's more deeper value. That's why what you get is far, far greater than what you can even ask for, what you can even expect. What imagination do you have? What reality do you know as to what you can ask? How much knowledge do you have about Krishna, about your situation? Then only you can ask. You don't know how to ask. You don't know how to ask. It's very ironically, it is Bali Maharaj who told Vamanadev, "Arey, you're a small boy, you don't know what to ask. Your intelligence is very small. You know what I can give you." But Vamanadev said, "No, I am taking exactly what I need, only 3 pieces. You don't know my pace. You simply don't know my pace. 3 paces is enough. Actually, you don't know 1 pace of mine is how much. You don't know. 3 paces is enough." And then he grew and told him, "You know what is my 1 pace?" Actually, all that you have given, I will, more than what you have given, and still I have got one more pace left. Where can I put it on your head? What an amazing pastime. Much far greater than, and truly speaking like this, Vali Maharaj got more than he expected. You just want to have the thrill of giving me a huge charity. I am going to give in return to you something bigger than what you are trying to give me. I am going to give you full, pure devotional service to you. That's what he got. He got far greater than his expectations. He got far greater than his expectations. Such wonderful reciprocation from Krishna. People don't understand who is Krishna, how he is the absolute supreme personality. He is your real father, and how he is full of love for you. You're completely underestimating who God is. He can overwhelm you with little bit of reciprocation. He can completely overwhelm you with his reciprocation. But not even once do we acknowledge that. That is our problem. Our problem is acknowledging Krishna and what he is asking us in expression. My dear child, Mama ivam sajiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. You belong to me. Can you just say for once, Ayunanda tanuja kinkaram patitamam vishame bhavam buddho kripaya tavapada pankajastita dhuli sadrisham vichintaya. Why don't you, for once, how we are eternally related, why don't you say once, my dear father? I want to hear you say it once. That's all the whole program is. Why don't you recognize your Supreme Father? Instantly Krishna reciprocates. This is the secret of the Bhagavad Gita. The secret of the Bhagavad Gita is not about, how to do your duty and what are all the techniques of doing your work and karma, entanglement and all these things. It all has to lead to you performing devotional service. So here Narada Muni is encapsulating it very beautifully. Instantly he's saying, so in that case what your mother told you, you do that. He is instantly supporting the mother's statement. She is the Siksha Guru, the Vartama Pradarshaka Guru. She is the one who is telling this is the way to go. Whatever has happened, she tells him, first she tells Dhruva Maharaj, don't think bad about your stepmother Suruchi. First instruction she gives when he comes running, completely hurt, she tells him first, don't think bad about her. What an amazing mother she is. She is a very great devotee. First thing she tells a crying Dhruva after embracing him is, whatever has happened, it's okay. Don't feel bad towards your stepmother. First thing she corrects is, don't dirty your mind with a negative feeling. And then she tells him, everything you want can be achieved only by worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana. Powerful instruction she gave to that miserable boy who has been insulted, who has been hurt. Normally mothers don't do that. They'll immediately, oh, she said so, she's a devil, don't worry, I will kill her tomorrow, I will do that to her tomorrow. You are great, you are wonderful, you are that, you are this and all that. And they take this as an opportunity to enjoy affection with the child. They get their sense gratification out of it. But what did Suruchi do? Suniti do? That's why Suniti is glorified even by Narada Muni. You see, Narada Muni is telling, follow your mother. Nobody will say that. No spiritual master will normally say that, follow your mother. They'll say, stay away from your mother, come to the forest, stay with me. Cut your affection with your mother. What is he saying? Follow what your mother said. Follow what your mother said. What is that? Worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And I'll teach you how to do it. And then he teaches him, gives him initiation, tells him to chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And tells him to follow this type of austerities, and very soon you will see the higher demigods and the Supreme Lord after that. Because he knows this person is going to do it. He's got determination. He is a determined Kshatriya boy. The best way is to lead him on this track. And that's what happened. That's what happened. He is to recognize whenever somebody is given a correct instruction, must immediately recognize that. It doesn't matter if it's your mother, father, brother, sister, your enemy. Good instruction, especially if he's leading you to the Supreme Lord, very good. Accept it. Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki. It's our duty to lead people on the path of devotional service. There is no other path. Anya abhilashi tashunyam. There's no other path. So Narada Muni uncompromisingly is advising, and Prabhupada is saying, therefore he is called Bhagavan, because his instruction is as good as Krishna. See, that is why we worship a person who has led us on the right track, as good as Krishna giving you instruction. That's why they are worshipable. They are not worshipable because they speak something to me which I like, which I want. The person is really valuable to you when he speaks what you need. You may like it, you may not like it, that's a different thing. If you're intelligent enough, you may accept it. You see, spiritual life is never conducted according to like and dislike. You will be ruined if you go by the mind's likes and dislikes. Because the mind has got a capacity to relativize everything, mundanize everything. This should not be based on the likes and dislikes of your mind. It should be based on proper understanding, true knowledge, and instruction received from an uncompromising neutral person. He has your real interest in his mind. He has your real interest in mind. That is why you need the blessing of Krishna in order for you to understand these instructions. It is not possible to understand. Most people don't understand. So many Bhagavad Gita, so many classes, so many people talking so many things and getting up and saying, very nice, I like it. Mostly when spiritual instructions are given, you will not like it. And it is very good for you. This is the simple formula. Thumb rule is, it will be difficult to like it. And mostly we will say, no, I'm not going to do now. But when life shakes you up, then you'll come back to those instructions and follow it, and you understand now, this is very valuable. What is of value requires knowledge for you to make out. You can't make out. You falsely think other things are valuable. Everything that is valuable in this world is not really of value. That is our tagline for Gita values that we are doing. Because everything valuable in this world is not of value. It's a tagline underneath. Gita values because everything that is valuable in this world is not really of any value. What instructions Krishna has given, that is of value. So look at the valuable instruction given by Narada Muni to Dhruva, somewhere in the forest, in the middle of nowhere, and that is becoming useful for all of us to get instructions and recollect that pastime. Amazing. You want to satisfy your material ambition, Dhruva, worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Exactly what your mother told you, you do that. She is recognizing this mother has done the correct thing. You sent the son to the Hare Krishna movement. That is what Narada Muni is recognizing. She told, worship the Supreme Lord. Where can I find him? In the forest. And he went. And she did not lament. There is no mention that, Sunithikara, you went to the forest, I didn't mean it, I didn't want you to go and get the Supreme Lord, I wanted you with me. There is no verse, anything saying that. She is very happy. Pona, very good. Let him at least go, I am not able to go. Let him at least go and do it. He comes back victorious to see his mother. And his mother is so happy to see, wow, you followed the instruction. You actually did it. Even I could not do it. I didn't do it. But you actually did it. What a hero. The son became a hero for the mother. He returns in 6 months' time, having seen the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What a determined person. And his father comes to receive him in the forest. He is walking alone and coming back, completely in ecstasy of seeing the Lord. Father comes on an elephant with the entire reception and army. Why? He has come to know that my son has seen the Supreme Lord. And what has the Lord offered him? Although he said, Swamin kritarto asmin varam na yache. What he said? Never mind. I will make you planet Dhruva. I will Dhruva Loka. I will give you the position. Far, far greater than everybody else. So he's coming back after getting a huge title. Very casually walking back in the forest and coming. But this person is going to become Dhruva Loka king. He's walking back 5 years old. So famous. Everybody should be, oh, this is the boy who is going to become Dhruva Loka master. He is walking back. And what he is thinking in his mind is, I don't want anything. I'm not interested in anything. It's very interesting to know different people are having different values and different expectations and wants and needs in the whole setting. Suniti is different, Suruchi is completely different. And the king Uttanapada is very different. He's under his wife's rule. And Dhruva Maharaj is thinking, I want to go beyond Brahma. And his mother is thinking, go and meet the Supreme Lord. And Narada Muni is saying that forget it, go home. Forget it, go home. And to him Dhruva Maharaj is repeating, no, I'm going home. I've come to do something, I'm going to do it. If you want, you help me. Otherwise you can also go. I don't mind. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Seeing that determination, Narada Muni is saying, okay, I'll stay with you. Here is the instruction. And he sees the Supreme Lord. Look at the setting. And after he has seen the Supreme Lord and he is coming back, Uttanapada is completely changed. Is completely changed. What did I do to you? He was feeling very bad already that I insulted my son like this, and he has gone away to the forest. And Narada Muni comes to him and tells that, you don't have to worry, that boy is going to do something fantastic, because he has only instructed him. He comes back to Uttanapada's palace and tells, from the forest he came directly to Uttanapada to see him, to counsel him and tell him, don't worry, your son will do something very great. He pacified him. And within the next few months, Dhruva Maharaj came back. Successful. So many things we can learn from here. Many things we can learn. The point here is that Krishna is always waiting to give you much more than your puny request. He is not bothered about your small things. He wants to give you something very huge. You can't even take it. You know, Prabhupada was told when he was young days, Rake Krishna mare Krishna rake ke. Prabhupada told him that. Prabhupada's father told him that. Then another time, father told him, you have only 2 small hands. Krishna has got so many hands, and if he wants to give you, he will give you so much. How can your 2 hands hold it? This boy got a very interesting understanding about God. His father told him, you got only 2 small hands. If Krishna wants to give you so much, how can you hold it with your small hands? Krishna will give you a lot. So that abundance mentality stuck in Prabhupada's mind throughout in his Krishna consciousness movement. He went with only $7 in his pocket to America. Krishna will give, it is Krishna's job. I am going to do it, and I have no other desire. And why not? He will not give. He will give. So bold, so confident. And he went and did, and Krishna did give everything that Prabhupada wanted. Because he wants only for Krishna. He is wanting only for Krishna, not for himself. And so Krishna gave so much. And even today we can see it. Anybody who goes and endeavors for Krishna very sincerely, he definitely gets it. He gets definitely more. It's just that we don't endeavor. We have all sorts of illusions, doubts, and samshayatma vinashyati. Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, samshayatma vinashyati. Dhruva Maharaj has no samshaya about what my mother has told me. It is the truth and I must go and do it. That's all that remains. But the mind, in terms of wants, in terms of likes and dislikes, will create a whole rationality how not to do that. This is what is happening inside in the subtle body. How not to do that. And somehow we comfortably settle down with our intelligent proposals. And we rationalize. And we don't do what you're supposed to do. And this is what Krishna is waiting for. The moment you attempt to start doing again so many other oppositions, I must do the right thing. You see, classic, you can see that in that Prabhupada story of Bombay. His disciples gave up. It's really wonderful. Prabhupada is traveling the world and he is writing from there what to do. He says, you foreign boys don't know how to handle this. You are not experienced. And he's giving instruction, they don't listen to Prabhupada. They go ahead and do something according to local people who are playing politics with them. They land up and all these people together, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, Shama Sundar, all very big devotees. They somehow got convinced from the situation, who's going to sit down here and fight court case? We are all foreigners. These people are all rising against us. The local people are against us. It's impossible to do this. But Prabhupada is saying, go give advertisement in the paper. From there he's saying, from somewhere in Los Angeles he's writing, you give the following advertisement in the paper, that Mr. Nair has already, signed an agreement with us and we have already advanced money to him so that he cannot sell it to anybody else. You put this in the paper. And they put it in the paper because Prabhupada said. Nair became so furious because Prabhupada has exactly understood what this fellow is trying to do. And he's trying to harass my disciples. From there he gave instruction. And this fellow is boiling. Nair is boiling because they are doing something which they don't know what they are doing. But they are listening to him and they are doing. He's boiling. Why did you do that? All sorts of things he's heard. Prabhupada comes after a long time. And then he again gives instructions and tells what to do. Again they all give up. They give back the agreement. They said this agreement is cancelled. When Prabhupada is trying for it still, without asking Prabhupada, they cancel the agreement. Then Prabhupada comes back, furious, but he never scolds them. In fact, everybody who comes said, my disciple is such a foolish disciple. He cancelled the agreement. I am looking like this. He is determined to get this place. Everybody else is against. The local people are against. His own disciples are against it. His own disciples are against it. But Prabhupada went ahead because he saw Radha Rasbir and said, I promised you, I'll give you a temple. I will make you a temple. And Radha Rasbihari is standing there in a small shed, tin shed. So Prabhupada is coming there giving class and telling everybody, let's make this temple, let's take this land. Because he's already come here. It belongs to him. And this man is trying to cheat. Nobody is understanding. And Prabhupada sits down and does it. He sits there and does it. And victoriously, he wins. Mr. Nair simply dies. Simply he dies one fun day. He's only 42 years old or 41 years old. Just dies all of a sudden. And Prabhupada is saying that the demon has died, order a feast. Nobody understands. In India they'll think, what did you say? My gosh. But Prabhupada can see something. His instruction that I know that this land belongs to Krishna. It should be with Krishna. Nobody can take it. He knows it. And today when you walk inside there, you don't know the history. Some of those devotees suffered so much. They were pulled by their legs and dumped into the police van. Women were dragged by their hair by the police and thrown inside. Lot of difficulty they faced. Because Prabhupada is telling us, but we don't know how to do it. We're not able to do it. We're suffering, going to the police station, this, that, everything. Going to the court. Prabhupada said, no, do it. Do it. and finally it was victorious. So many times in our devotional service we think, it's not possible, it's not possible, no, it's not possible. How can I do it? No, it's not possible. This is the problem. Because you are not the one who is doing it. You are only an instrument. It's possible for Krishna. You just be a small instrument. Don't think you are doing it. That's where you make a mistake. That's where you make a mistake. Prabhupada remained always a humble instrument. A very humble instrument. You can do what you want. And he recognized immediately what Krishna wants to do. What is his plan? Many others did not recognize, but Prabhupada knew. And he said, this is the way to go. Right? So, the instruction of Narada Muni, the instruction of Suniti is very vital in Dhruva Maharaj's life. Don't think it's an ordinary instruction. Throughout the life of Dhruva Maharaj, the most important instruction he got is from his mother. It changed his life completely. So many times in our life, some person comes and gives that instruction to us on the roadside with a book. If you read this book, your life will change. That person is like Suniti. You never know what you are changing. That is why distributing a book of Prabhupada, speaking to a person, is a sea change for him in his life. Krishna is acting through you and reaching out to that person. You must never underestimate preaching to be something I am doing. It's more exciting to be part of Krishna's plan. Krishna is using me to change this man's life. I am instrumental. But when you think I am doing, you lost it. You lost it. But if you remain instrument, it's exciting. Book distributors know this. A lot of book distributors immediately get that feeling. And the worst persons whom you least expect are the people who take it and become a devotee. You can see that, like, how did this fellow, I least thought that this fellow will become like this. It happens. You never know what Krishna is doing from inside the heart of that person and from inside you. You just become an instrument. We never know. Many times things happen like that, and that is exciting because you did not really expect it. Right? The other day I told you some people came here to meet me from Amrita College because of this program that we are doing. Both of them are wearing black t-shirts. And the black t-shirt is written, expect the unexpected. Did you see it? I said, that's a nice t-shirt. I said, this is how I live my life. And he said, you didn't understand what I was saying. Expect the unexpected. Yeah. That becomes an exciting life. What is Krishna is up to now? How is he going to utilize me? How I am going to be an instrument in Krishna service? So Krishna brings opportunities in front of you. And if you simply go and accept it, whether you like it or you don't like it is not the point. Take it and execute it. And you will see exciting things happen to you like Dhruva Maharaj's life. Dhruva Maharaj took the instruction of Suniti very seriously, and it was fixed in his mind. When Narada Muni tried to divert him, he said, no, I'm going to do this. I want to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Narada Muni was very thrilled. Kshatriya spirit plus determination to see the Supreme Lord, wonderful combination this is. Here, take the mantra. You are the person who should get it. It doesn't matter if you are a small boy. It doesn't matter if you want to become greater than Brahma. You are going to see the Supreme Lord. Then everything will happen to you. Then everything will happen to you. Something completely different happened. When he returned, he was least bothered about taking his father's seat. And therefore Krishna said, therefore you must take the seat. Because you're not interested in the seat, you take the seat. You become the king. Right? So these are very interesting instructions for us in Krishna consciousness. There is so much to learn and there is so much to do in our own lives, implementing these things. Very important. Om Tat Sat. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Anybody has any comments or question? Yeah. I already mentioned that giving Krishna consciousness to people is definitely the most important thing. It's pleasing to Krishna, pleasing to Prabhupada, pleasing to all Vaishnavas. And we should put more of our energy into that as much as we can. That also strategically, using our intelligence properly, collectively, using a collective intelligence and doing that. It's a great opportunity which we can spoil very easily. Very simply, easily, effortlessly, we can screw it up and completely spoil it if we don't take care. So that's the most interesting thing and most important thing to do. Any question or comment?